Alright, welcome back to another episode of Roots and Revelations. This is episode 4. We have got the long-awaited guest, the local legend, some would say, Scott Bates. We also have the returning co-host, Michael Buckner. And you may notice that Zach isn't here. We'll get into that later on in the episode. But, I've had a lot of people ask me why Michael wasn't here last week. And there's a reason for that. And if you're friends with his mom on Facebook, you may have seen that reason. And if you watched the episode last week, you would know that reason. So, you want to give your story about your trip to Florida?
Started off as a pretty normal trip. We go down at least once a year to see Amelia's family. And I had been planning an engagement before this anyway, but the time couldn't have planned out better when we went. So Monday morning, before the sun came up, I got engaged. So that was the highlight of my trip. But it was just an overall real fun trip. Got to spend a lot of time with their family, eat some really good food, and just hang out.
Yeah.
It was a good trip. Had Christmas down there too.
Yep.
It's a good time.
Yep. You may have heard that noise just now. We'll go ahead and brief now that my parents actually aren't here. They're at church, and Ellie loves to be with people, so she's going to probably cry throughout this episode. You'll just have to.
She may make her debut.
She may have to make her debut. We'll address that. I mean, it sounds like she's barking right now. But anyways, last week was Christmas, correct?
Yep.
Pretty good time.
Oh, this past week.
This past Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Thursday. You want to do a Christmas recap?
Sure.
You want to do yours first? You want me to go?
Oh, you can go ahead.
Alright. My Christmas was good. Had an amazing time with Scott Bates and other members of the family. Christmas Eve, played a lot of games. Got some dinero, thanks to everyone. And pretty fun. Like I stated last week, my favorite part of Christmas is Christmas morning, going to Nanny and Papa's and opening stockings. That was awesome, like always. And had fun with Dad's side of the family as well later on that afternoon. And got some good presents. Enjoyed some good fellowship with the family. Let me give you a recap.
Yep. So Christmas Eve, got back from Florida probably about 4 o'clock Christmas Eve, and had Christmas with my dad's side of the family. That was real fun.
Yep.
And the Christmas morning, we always get up and go to Papa's house, eat good breakfast, open presents and stuff, and I mean we always just hang out down there. I went to Oak Ridge for some of Amelia's family, but all in all, it was a pretty good, chill Christmas.
Yep. You want to give a Christmas recap?
You said it. It was nice. We had a blessed Christmas. Always do. We look back on time with family, and we're blessed. We're blessed.
Yep. Well, something else that needs to be stressed is me and Mr. Michael Buckner here had a little bet that I'll let him take part in that if he wants to.
You want me to just tell the story?
Tell the whole story.
So we play a lot of PlayStation throughout the week and stuff, and I had a bet going on. I can't remember if it was a Coke or whatever, and I asked him over the headset there. I said, "I'll tell you what, I'll buy you a dinner from the Ian's Market down the road if you can guess what I got to drink." Well, of course he guessed it, and a couple of rounds later of the bet, I ended up losing my wallet there. So it has escalated to now I have to buy him a steak dinner from the restaurant of his choosing.
And LeConte. That's where it's either between LeConte and Connors. Looking at the prices, it's probably going to be Connors for your sake.
I'll go with LeConte.
I ain't never heard of LeConte, but I can feel the heat from my wallet burning right now.
Well, see, you got a lot of Christmas money. You did.
I did.
You had a lot of Christmas money.
I had a lot of Christmas money.
Glad to win a good steak dinner. It's been a while since I've been out to get a good steak.
Tomahawk steak.
Tomahawk
Tomahawks.
Me and Rick.
Yes.
We will introduce our guest, Mr. Scott Bates. Some know him as the smallmouth catcher of Norris Lake in April.
Ooh.
Some know him as the squirrel killer the Squirrel treater, dog handler, some would say. In his prime, I've heard a few people, I won't name drop them, say that he was one of the best turkey hunters in Union County, Tennessee. So, of course I know him because he's my uncle, he's my mom's brother. You know him because
Through Steve.
and as well as elementary school basketball.
Oh yeah. Coaching a couple years playing for Luttrell Elementary School.
Yep.
And one fond memory. I've been thinking about this. We was doing layups one time. I think it was probably my 4th grade year, and you was showing us how to do it, and then we all lined up and went through layups. And after about my 3rd trip down to the basket, I looked at you and I said, "Am I doing it right?" And you said, "Buddy, I don't think anybody is." And I think we just scooped around the rest of the practice. We didn't do another thing.
Did I hit my layup when I showed you?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Alright. I guess I'll tell a memory from Scott. I think it's good to stress this, and I know you've said this to Seth, I know you've said this to Caden, and you've said this to me, and Hunter as well. You have threatened to break my nose multiple times throughout my life. And that has nothing to do with any of my memories, but I just wanted to stress that. Just in case you don't know Scott Bates, that's the kind of person he was. He would never break your nose, but he would always threaten to.
Well, what it is, the reason I've always used that, and I've told people, the reason I've always used it, I've tried to get the bluff onions.
Yeah.
Because now you can whoop me.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've just tried to get the bluff onion. Hopefully that would have stuck. But,
Yeah.
I got a feeling onions ain't scared no more.
I don't think we are. But yeah, one of my fondest memories with Scott is, and looking back on it at the time, it wasn't necessarily fun. Well, it was fun, but it was, you've heard about the yearly squirrel trip, and this was before you were involved with that. One of the most memorable moments is tent camping there in Deer Run Park. I don't know whose idea that was. Do you?
It was mine.
It was your idea. And you can't really gauge the weather too good. I mean, it probably showed good weather, right?
Well, the year before,
Yeah.
we were out there. I don't know, you probably don't remember, and I know your dad would, but it was in like upper 60s.
Yeah.
I mean, we were walking around, especially around Catoosa, looking for rattlesnakes, making sure we don't step on one, and everything. And I even said at that point, I said, man, if it's going to be warm, we need to just camp out next year.
Yeah.
It'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
And so we started planning. We went and bought tents, we bought
lanterns,
we bought coffee, the old percolator coffees.
Yeah.
Like, y'all know, you probably don't know what that is. But anyway, we bought it. We were set up, man.
Yeah.
Set up. We rode in there and jerked all that stuff out. And it was cold. Golly.
Yeah.
I'm talking probably in the 20s.
It was
Mid
awesome.
to low 20s.
Yeah.
Your dad tells a story. He put a water bottle in the tea.
Yeah.
And it was froze.
That is
it was
his, yeah.
froze in a few hours.
Yeah. And he always says, and I'm sure you was the same way with Seth, is y'all didn't get any sleep. You stayed up all night putting covers back on us to make sure we were warm.
Yeah.
But that is another fond memory I have of Scott. You can tell your other memory you got.
What was the name of that? Well, I'll tell you what, we won't name it. We was at a campground one year. I just come and stayed with Patrick. It was the one with the blob.
Oh my
People
gosh.
get launched up in the air.
We all got sick. You remember that? Sunset Cove.
Oh,
There was
yeah.
the campers and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And I remember we got up for breakfast one morning, and Scott had made he made biscuits.
Dutch oven.
Yep.
Dutch oven.
And
Yeah.
he was going on and on about how good these biscuits were gonna be, and they were good. But while he was making them,
They were good.
they were good.
Yeah.
They were good.
They were
man.
good.
Man.
Yes, they were. While he was going on and on about that, I think it was a pair of maybe New Balance shoes you had on or something.
Yeah.
And it's just the way Patrick said it. He said, "Where'd you get those snazzy shoes at, Scott?" You said like the frozen food section or something like that.
Yeah.
And that just made my whole trip. I laughed about that the whole time.
Yeah. Another memory I have, and I would say most of our viewers will probably know. Whenever we bring up anytime a bicycle is brought up in your the classic video of the summer, I can only guess that you've seen the bike and you and Seth got to bickering with each other, and that ain't how it went.
No, nothing, no.
You can tell your version of the
What
story.
that was, I come in from work one evening, and Steva and her brother, they went whitewater rafting. And he lives in Florida at the time. I don't know if that's where he lived at the time or not.
Yeah.
But anyway, he told Steve, he said, "Hey, I'm going to pull this bike out of it was a mountain bike, high dollar mountain bike.
Mm.
No, I mean, really was. And Steve said, "Yeah, you can lean it, put it right there."
Yeah.
Said, "On one condition. When Scott gets home, if he sees that, he will be on it." And sure enough, I pulled in, I was locked in on that. I said, "Man, Steve has got me a bicycle. I'm riding it." So I rode it around for a while, got tired, didn't take long. But anyway, I went ahead and parked it. Steve and Seth come in, and I went back outside.
Yeah.
They were both on the inside. I don't know, Skylar, I'm sure, was.
Yeah.
I don't remember her being there for some reason. But anyway, I went to Seth's. I was riding in the backyard. Went to Seth's bedroom window. I was on the bike. I knocked. He come to raised up the shades, and I said, "Come here, let me show you something." And Steve said, when Seth come out of his bedroom, walked through the living room, going to the back door, he said, "Mom, Dad's on the bicycle. Get your phone." And that's true. And walked outside,
Yeah.
and I come around and I said, "Watch this." And it was getting dusky dark.
Yeah.
Dew was settling on the grass. I got to throw my excuse in there.
Yeah.
But anyway, dew was settling on the grass. And I felt like I was 12 years old again on that thing. So I made a circle, and I got in that flat ground, and I slung it up, going to ride a wheelie.
Yeah.
And I really felt good. I really felt real good about it.
Yeah.
Once I got it up there, I was thinking, "Oh man, I'm doing real good." And for a split second, I started coming on back.
Yeah.
And about that time, I put my feet down to catch myself.
Yeah.
But the dew on the grass
Got you.
got me. Feet come out from under me, my head bounced off the ground.
Did that hurt the back?
Did not hurt the back. No, it hurt my pride because I'm telling you, if Yuns had seen the video,
Oh, they've seen it.
have you?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Everybody's seen
Production manager, have you seen it?
I've definitely seen it.
Okay. So, yeah, and Seth, I guess you can hear his little voice in there laughing at me. And the sad thing about it, there I was laying, could have had
A concussion or
yeah,
anything?
could have had a concussion, my head split open.
Yeah.
They were laughing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well. Yeah.
good times.
Good times now, but looking back, no.
Well, it really was good times then
Yeah.
because we
Yeah.
yeah, life's too short to be so serious.
Right. And that's a good point.
Yeah.
Fire away. I already know what this is going to be.
What?
On F.
Oh,
Most
I'll
recent. Recent Squirrel hunt.
So-
On F.
Patrick tells me, "Hey, me, you, and Scott going squirrel hunting this Saturday morning." This was probably 3 or 4 weeks ago.
About it, yeah.
Yeah, and that's okay. So we got to Scott's house, and we went out to Island F. I don't know how many of you have ever hunted on Island F.
Not a lot now.
Not a lot now.
Probably not.
But it's pretty steep. At least for a guy like me, not in the greatest shape to be climbing up the backside of mountains. But
yeah.
we was walking and heard the dog tree. Scott said, "Boys, I think he's down in the holler down there." So me and Patrick take off down the hill.
Straight up and down.
Yeah.
Like that.
We went down the hill and then cut up another one.
Yeah.
And by the time we got to the other one, Scott had already said, "Boys, I'm gonna walk around this way.
And I'll meet you.
I'll meet you on the other side." This road, slightest incline you ever seen in your life. It was flat as could be. Me and Patrick are out of breath, climbing up this hill, hanging on by limbs.
I mean, it was bad. I had to throw my gun up there to finish getting off the ridge.
By the time we got up top of this hill, I look up, Scott's standing there with his hands in his pockets, just looking at us.
And Chief wasn't nowhere to be found.
Chief was nowhere to be found.
I think he left the tree and come back to us.
He did.
And then he treed again on another ridge.
Yep.
And it wasn't even, we were just so out of breath at that point. It was just hard.
By the time we got to the top of the next ridge, I looked at Patrick and he looked at me, and we both knew, like, this is pushing it right here. I was out of breath. He said, "My legs are jello."
Yeah.
I look over at Scott, I ain't broke a sweat. Just sitting there looking up at the tree.
Yeah.
Looking for the
squirrel.
And
I've been on that place a time or two, and I didn't do that on purpose. I really did, but I did. I really thought he was down in that hole.
Yeah.
And I was just gonna. I didn't know that road actually. I knew it led around that way, but I did not know that it actually was right on top of the dog.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about going down that hill.
Oh, that embankment.
Yeah. We
just
headed
well
down the
to
hill.
the masses.
Here we go.
I know.
This will be brought up. You think it? Think it?
Anybody that's been in the ridge, and walked the ridge, especially a steep ridge, once you get in that steep part with, leaves in the fall or first of the winter, and at that point you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. So I always thought, I told them boys, I said, I'm just gonna slide down. Or did I tell you that?
Yeah, you said I'm just gonna slide down. Right
but
where
you said that, but you slid down and you were on your belly though. So you
belly? Yeah, I was on my side like that, right there on my butt cheek.
The gun was flung everywhere. And then I said, and I looked at Michael, I said, "We're gonna fall." So I took one step and I fell, and then he fell.
Yeah. But right after he got up off the ground, he said, I think Patrick maybe said,
"Are you all right?"
Yeah, and he goes, "Why?"
I meant to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
He said, "You were insulted." I said, "I checked on you." He's like, "I meant to do that."
Yeah.
Anyone who had saw him fall.
Yeah.
No, I didn't fall.
No, you did.
I slid.
If you had saw the gun go up in the air like we did, you would have known he fell. He did not plan that.
Well, there's our memories. We tasked Scott to formulate some of his memories, whether it be squirrel hunting, coon hunting, anything, and I think he's brought some. So if you want to get started on that, fire away.
Which one do you want me to start with first? You want me to just start at the first?
Yep.
What really brings us on? The guy from church. I was into coon hunting at the time. A guy from our church, he was wanting to give Skylar a puppy. Mm-hmm. It was a Keemer Cur pup. And at first I declined. I said, "No, I've got too many dogs. There's no need to me her getting a pup." So he let that litter go, and it wasn't but maybe a year and a half later. Bunny asked me again. He said, "Man, I'd love to give her a puppy." I said, "Okay, let's do it." So anyway, started getting into that. And Skylar was young. Skylar was probably 8 years old at that time. 8, 9, just guessing. But anyway, and started messing around with that dog a little bit. And, that really piqued my interest because it started treeing on its own, squirrels. Yeah. And, I kindly got and we started hunting. And I love doing stuff with my daughter and son. So, you know, yeah. So that really, in the daytime, it was a lot easier for me
Yeah.
with kids.
Yeah.
So, and you know, when the dogs would treat, you can ask Seth at that point, he was probably 6, 7, something like that. I would look at him, and I don't know if you ever went with me whenever you were real little,
Yeah.
but I would look at him and say, go to the dog. I'm going to go on. You just,
Yeah.
you know, walk to the dog. The dog barking.
Yeah.
And you know, I would be out in front. I would stop and look behind them, or look behind me, check on them, make
Yeah.
sure everything was good. But you know, they figured out then. You know, just walking in the woods, learning how to walk in the woods at
Right.
a young age. But yes,
Right.
yeah, that was when it all started.
Right.
How it all started.
Yeah.
But then I got into competition hunting a little bit. Got a young dog off of Kenneth Middleton.
Yeah.
And he raised a litter of pups, and David Savage had the male dog.
Mhm.
But anyway, fell in love with them, lucked up and really got just a natural dog. I mean,
Right.
the only thing I need to do is hunt him, and I mean he was just a natural squirrel dog.
And this was Knox.
That was Knox.
This was Knox.
Yeah.
Legend of Knox.
Oh yeah, Bates' Hard Knocks.
Yep.
So yeah, I got into competition hunting a little bit, and had fun there. One of my stories that I can really remember is me and David Savage. It was Veterans Day. He was off work, I was off work there, took off. We went squirrel hunting, and that would have been 2014, I think. 2014.
Long time ago.
And he still talks about it. I've got a picture of it. But anyway, we turned Knox, and he was hunting a male dog, but he called it Big Ears. Jakey was its name.
Yeah.
And we turned them both loose at the same time, and ended up, man, they first treed right there together a little bit,
Mhm.
and then they just went separate ways. So we ended up going separate ways, hunting by ourselves. And we met back up, and we started unloading squirrels out of our bag.
Yeah.
You know, if my memory serves me right, 14, 15 squirrels that morning.
Very good.
Yeah,
Chuck Swan.
Chuck Swan.
That's really good.
Kindly, yeah,
I mean,
that was really a good day.
I mean, if you've hunted Chuck Swan at all, I mean, it shuts down right there like 9, 10 a.m. Right?
Yeah,
It gets pretty
it
tough.
does. It gets hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, and it's so wild in there.
Yeah.
Usually, if they do tree, they're timbering out pretty quick.
Yeah.
You got to be quick with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Yep, need a good shotgun man.
Yeah. Yeah. I know I killed my first squirrel with you around 7. How many kids have you took that killed their first squirrel with you?
I don't know.
I was
That's a
one.
good question.
You were one?
Was it?
Yeah, it was
Was it one of them hunts in Chuck Swan?
it was a hunt in Chuck Swan.
Like a youth day. I remember that.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, I remember hunting them youth hunts. So
Yeah, we
you
took
hunted with?
Caden.
Caden.
Yeah, this wasn't a youth hunt.
Oh,
This was just all of us going, and it was one with Caden.
That was you? That was your first squirrel?
I hadn't
Last
killed-
year?
Yeah, I hadn't killed
Oh
one.
my
before
gosh, with baby. When me, you, Seth, and Michael and Caden went.
that. Yeah,
was it really?
Heck, I didn't realize that was your first squirrel.
but I had never gone before that.
Oh, dang. Yeah, that wasn't that long ago.
There was one guy that we just took a few days ago. First squirrel. Production manager.
Production
First
manager.
squirrel.
You want
Yeah.
to give your stories about that? That was yesterday.
Yesterday.
That was yesterday morning. Saturday morning.
You can remember back to
Yeah.
2014.
Well, hey, depends on understand one day.
You want to give your story on that?
Yeah.
Sighting in the brand new gun and everything.
Yeah, we sighted in the new gun, going through it, and it's like, dang, can't get nothing on paper, and I realized I was way over where I should be, and got it sighted in, went and tried to hit steel target, and hit 8 out of 10 shots. I said,
Yeah.
we're dialed in.
Yeah, dialed in.
And next morning we go and learn how everything's supposed to go.
That's your first time with a dog, wasn't it?
Yeah, never even seen it on a video on YouTube or anything,
Mhm.
and it was fun. I loved it.
Yeah.
But Chief was out there, he got up to that tree, and I was like, dang, this is going quick. And he's
Yeah.
already barking.
Yeah.
He's got one. And we make it over there, and I don't see anything. I'm like, dang, he's gone, ain't
And
he?
we looked for a while.
We did.
We really did.
But,
But Chief was treed on the squirrel wasn't even the tree.
wasn't even
he was
that
on.
tree.
Yeah, it was actually up that little sapling,
Yep.
that little dogwood. But it led in. I knew the squirrel wasn't there, but it led in
Yep.
to a big poplar over
Yeah.
there.
And I'm like, dang, we lost it. I see Scott over there, and he's like, oh, well, here it is. He said, come over here. I was like, oh crap, we're gonna get some action right here.
Yep. Yep.
I get over there, and he said, sit right here, watch that fork. And he went over to the other side, scared that squirrel back over to my side.
Yep.
And I went up there and popped him right in the head,
Yep.
dropped him.
One shot. So you can say you've never missed a squirrel in your life.
One for one.
One for one. Yep.
Yep.
Let's hear some more.
Well, let's see.
Let's hear the competition hunt, if you want to tell me that.
Competition hunt.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by that. I've been watching a lot of that on YouTube.
Well, I could talk an hour on that. But anyway, I'll make it short and sweet. Drew out. This was my first competition hunt. We drew out, and it was in Chuck Swan, and I don't know what year it was, but drew out with two other guys, and I cannot remember that guy's last name, but John's his first name.
Mm-hmm.
And make a long story short, we had treated a few squirrels. And I was behind. I want to say 50 points or something like that.
Yeah.
Cannot remember exactly. 3 minutes left in the hunt because at that time it was like a 2-hour hunt.
Yeah.
3 minutes left in the hunt, and I had a hold of our dogs. Walked out over the edge of the field, sent them for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Knox ran down there, went along, boom. I'm talking within a minute and a half or so, sitting down a tree. I caught him treed and had to wait 2 minutes
Yeah.
before we could walk in. The other dogs never did back him.
Yeah.
And that kind of worried me. So, but at that point, time was up, so I hooked to him and I got to look the tree over. I walked that tree, man, 2 or 3 times around.
Yeah.
Could not find that squirrel. I looked at the judge and I said, circle him up.
Yeah.
I said, I just can't find it. And that John guy, he hollered at, he said, come here a minute. I walked over there and he said, right there's your squirrel.
Yeah.
And I said, yep. I said, I owe you one.
Yeah.
I said, I hope I can repay you one day. You know, and he done the right thing. I feel like you don't ever know until you're in them
Right.
shoes. But I would have done that
Yeah.
same thing. I really feel like I would have. Just because it ain't me, it's the dog.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And then, then I ended up first place.
And you won.
Won that hunt.
Won
Won
the
that
hunt.
cast. I'll say that. Won that cast.
Yeah.
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 Then I got my eyes blistered
By the lake.
that evening.
Was
No,
this not by the
no,
lake?
that's a different.
Oh.
That's out of that one's out of Kentucky.
Oh.
But yeah, I can't even remember that guy's name.
The lake of dog.
Yeah, that was in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Well,
was a good dog. I've hunted with some good, been in the woods with some good dogs.
got one coming up. We can hit on that.
Ooh,
Remy May.
Remy.
Bates'
Yeah.
Remington rifle.
Yeah, how old is she?
9 weeks.
10.
9,
Yeah.
10 weeks.
Yep.
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 Yep. We told the story of going to get her, and she's. I think she's glad to be where she is right now.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah, she's got it made.
Yep. She really
Got
does.
a good insulated dog house. Got a
Yep.
heated pad.
Yep.
Electric heated pad. She's happy.
Living life.
Yep.
Yep. I know on your thing you got says turkey hunt. We got to plan a show in the works for April 10th. Turkey season eve, as some would say.
So do I need to save that?
No, we want to hear that one.
Do you really?
We do.
That right there, that's a bird, because you'd asked me, you said think of some good, fond memory hunting.
Yep.
And you know, Seth, he was, I don't know, he could tell you exactly, but I'm going to guess 10, 9, something like that.
Yep.
But anyway, he had First time we went turkey, juvenile.
Yep.
Juvenile and we got in there, and where I was hunting at that point, it was kind of hard to hunt. Bunch of fields, not a lot of woods. You can't, sneak around like I used to do a lot. You just got to be real careful. They'll spot you along the way.
Oh,
But
yeah.
anyway, we got set up there, and we was actually in a blind
Yeah.
that morning. Boom. Birds was gobbling. I mean, it was just set up perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, perfect. And which I've made a few light calls, and it wasn't long, man. Probably 30 minutes after daylight. Boom. Looked up. There he comes. I said, Seth, better get your gun up.
Yeah.
I said, here he comes. He threw that gun up. Boom! Missed. Missed. Yes. So at that point, come back that evening.
Yeah.
Come back that evening. Killed his first turkey.
Did.
Yeah. And I looked at him, and I guess what I really remember mostly of it, I looked at him once that bird was dead out there,
Yeah.
and I've always been proud of this. Once the bird was dead, he looked at me, and I was more excited than what he was. But anyway, I said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "Well, I just killed
Yeah.
something." Or something. And I told him, I said, "That's what the good Lord put them on
Right.
earth for."
Right.
I said, "For us to eat, we don't waste no meat." I said, "Let's
Exactly.
eat it, and everything good." And at that point, he kindly livened up a little bit. We high-fived and
Yeah.
took the pictures.
Right.
Good memories.
It can be a heck of a thing to take a life.
It
really
is.
Can. Even a squirrel.
It
I mean,
is.
It really can. But
Yeah.
like you said, I mean, that's why the good Lord put him here.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to add to the discussion so far? I feel like you're the only one talking, but
I just like hearing the stories.
I mean,
these
we
guys.
love stories. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what we want to do. We want to tell stories. And anyone that knows me knows that turkey hunting and squirrel hunting. I mean, that's all I do. Like that's the only hunting I do, and fishing and other stuff. But I mean, you coon hunted quite a bit.
Yep.
You got any coon hunting stories you want to?
Oh, I've
Tell
got
it
a
to the
bunch of
masses.
coon hunting stories. I've already mentioned his name. Seth, Kenneth, and Mikey Cox. I'm sure he won't care me to mention his name. But anyway, we went. Chuck Swan had it. Chuck Swan's got a 7 nights out of the year.
Yeah.
Something. And it's always a tradition. Me, Mikey, and Kenneth at least go
Yeah.
to this. And we've done it for years.
Yep.
And it's yes, that's good times. And I really don't even care. Just like I said, I don't care about really going coon hunting.
Yep.
I just love going, drinking coffee, riding around,
Yeah.
listening to the dogs.
Yep.
And them old ridges, they getting steeper and steeper every year.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good times.
Oh
That's
yeah.
good times. I've had a lot of good times. Me and Kenneth talked about that a lot. We've had real good times throughout the years.
We're
A
trying
buddy of
our
ours
best.
lost his life to COVID.
Yep.
Michael Johnson.
Yep.
Real good friend. Always hunted. Had a blast. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
really had a blast. Had some good times. hunting.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We're trying our best to get Kenneth on.
He would be a good one.
He would be an
He's
amazing.
got some stories.
He's got some great stories, but every time I ask him, he says absolutely not. So
Maybe I'll talk him into it.
that would you would be the one to do it. And
You mentioned, it's all about the dog, and it's cool just to get out and watch the dog work. Even if you don't go out and kill nothing, it is so cool to see a dog work like it's supposed to.
Yep.
Well, and that's me. I used to deer hunt years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking deer hunting. I really,
We are.
But,
We're definitely not.
I'm not no deer hunter.
Right.
And like I said, I used to deer hunt,
Yeah.
but I cannot climb up in that tree and see it
Right.
because especially years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be ready to get down 15 minutes,
Oh yeah.
and I'm just not a deer hunter.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just not my cup of tea. But different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. Like,
So-
like with turkey hunting, it's like it's a chess match, you know, between you and the
It
dog.
is. It
You know,
is.
like, you know, there's different ways to hunt a turkey. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know, playing his game. And like squirrel hunting, you're always on the move. And that's me, I can't. I just couldn't wrap my head around just sitting there waiting.
And my hat's off to them guys that have said it.
Right.
I've got a son-in-law,
Hunter Jones. Shout out
Hunter
Hunter
Jones.
Jones. Shout out Hunter.
killer. He's a killer. I mean, but yeah, he loves it.
Yeah.
He loves it. He just loves hunting, period.
Yeah.
And that excites me to see a young man
Yeah.
is that passionate.
Yeah.
You know, he just got they duck hunted yesterday.
Yep.
21 ducks, if I'm not mistaken.
In East Tennessee.
In East Tennessee,
Nice.
killed 21, and got a little hardware.
Yep.
And that
Yeah.
hardware, that bird was tagged Missouri.
Really?
No. Where was it? He told me.
Arkansas.
No, Missouri. I want to say it was tagged in Missouri. Banded in Missouri.
Flew to
Wow.
East Tennessee.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah. What else is there? I mean, it feels like this has flown by.
It has.
What are we on production?
36 minutes.
36. I mean, that ain't terrible.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll hit in the scripture time, I guess. And Michael Butler is bringing it this week.
Michael Buckner bringing the word.
Yep.
Go ahead, hit
Here
that
gonna
one.
be in John chapter 11. And
John chapter 11.
You're going to hit on just a few short verses here, 41 through 44.
Yeah.
Let's see, make sure I got it up here. Whenever y'all get ready, let me know.
Fire away.
I'm ready.
It says in verse 41, Then they took away the stone from the place where the dead was laid. After Jesus lifted up his eyes and said, Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me. And I knew that thou hearest me always, but because of the people which stand by I said it, that they may believe that thou hast sent me. And when he thus had spoken, and he cried with a loud voice, Lazarus, come forth. And he that was dead come forth, bound hand and foot with great clothes, and his face was bound about with a napkin. Jesus said unto them, Loose him and let him go. And while that's on my heart tonight to bring that, is I feel like, I got it wrote down here, is that we living compare a lot to Lazarus. We get dead in the spirit all the time, whether we realize it or not. And Jesus has to say, come forth, and bring us right back to him.
Yep.
And that's just, it's really been on my heart lately to share that with somebody.
Yeah. Yep.
But that's all I got there.
Something that stuck out to me is a constant theme with the scripture time has been letting your light shine. You know, like last week, or not last, was it? Yeah, last week was you may be the only Jesus that somebody ever sees.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesus Christ himself, and you know, I've taught many a Sunday school lesson about Jesus wept, and that really troubled me, is the thought that Jesus himself would cry, to weep like that. And it blew my mind, really. And that just shows the love that he had for Lazarus, his brother, his friend, you know. And back to what I was saying about you may be the only Jesus that someone sees, is Jesus took time to thank God that he heard him.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we need to do that a lot, right?
Yep,
I
we
mean,
do.
they say, like Zach in the first one said, Alpha and Omega. I feel like it needs to be the first and the last part of your life, all throughout it. And I think that's a big part of this. Like you said, being dead in the spirit. Sometimes it just takes a friend, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to thank God and be the Jesus in your life.
Yep.
So, you got anything you want to add?
You know, you've heard preachers. I've got a wonderful pastor. I mean,
Shout out.
wonderful pastor, Tim Ichabod.
Pastor Tim. Shout out.
Awesome. You know, and he was speaking on this, or preached on it a few weeks ago.
Oh, really?
But you know, something that comes out, You know, it says Lazarus. You know, Jesus said Lazarus, come forth.
Yeah.
Never thought nothing about it. You know why he said Lazarus come forth?
Well,
If he would have said come forth,
Yeah.
it would have been everybody.
Everybody would
You know, he's got that power.
Right.
And that's awesome, yeah. And you know, Jesus wept. Why did he wept? Him and Lazarus
Best
close.
friends.
friend, yeah.
They were just like that.
Yeah.
And just like if we lose a best friend, you know.
You'll be hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that shows like the human side of Christ.
That's it.
And I mean, he wept, and he had pain,
Mhm.
you know, and he had sorrow, just like we do.
Something else to think about is, let's see, you know, I believe it's in verse 39. Lazarus didn't just die. This wasn't just he's been dead a few minutes. No, he was dead for 4 days, and Martha said he stunk.
Yeah.
Like, his body had already started decaying.
Yep.
And it's crazy to think that our Lord has the power to say like that
Right.
and bring him right back.
Right. Production, you got anything you want to add to the
Y'all
text?
said everything I was thinking.
Yep.
Really.
You got anything else?
I'm good.
What was the time like on this one?
41 minutes.
Seems like it flew by. Like,
It seems like it went by a lot faster. I
10
did not
minutes.
think we was at 40 minutes.
Well, this has been episode 4. I hope you all enjoyed having Scott Bates in the studio for this one, and Happy New Year to everybody, and thank you for viewing.